Hi folks, today I would like to show you the models I built in 2022. So let's start with the German SIG 33 howitzer in 1/35 scale. The Dragon Models kit comes with the howitzer, 6 figures and some accessory parts and costs about €35. For the diorama I got a mini art kit from my friend Karsten. This was the perfect base for the gun emplacement. In a first step I gave the mini art howitzer position a wooden base. This was accomplished by adding a foam base and balsa sheeting. Fine sand, wood splinters, crushed plant parts and chopped leaves were added. The vegetation consists of tufts of grass, some bushes and static grass. After completing the basic groundwork and vegetation on the base, I switched to the construction of the howitzer. Here you can see the status after adding a gray foundation and a dark gray wash with a touch of green on top. Like in all my builds, the paint job and weathering is a kind of indecisive back and forth of try and error. Sorry folks. This is how my mediocre skills are working. I gave the figures the same gray foundation and the dark gray, green wash. Afterwards I painted the figures with 3 shades of German gray and gave the finish a wash of dark brown. I also achieved the skin color with 3 shades: sandy yellow, dark yellow, a pink wash and a dark brown wash. Here you can see the final result of the SIG 33 howitzer. There is not much left of the first gray-green wash. So here is the final reveal of the diorama. This build was my entry into the artillery group build by diorama Modellbau and scale bench. But now to something completely different. The old school but classic Tamiya Panzer IV in 1/35 scale have been one of my shelf queens during the last 3 years. What you see here is the status with the German gray color modulation from 2020 when I stopped working on this model. Instead of continuing to work and finish the Panzer IV, I started some new projects. Bad habits, my friend, but these habits are well known in the model building scene. After a 2-year break, the model came back to my workbench to finally finish it. But things were getting really wrong and what followed was a series of work steps that ultimately made no real sense. The color modulation almost faded out and the whole work seemed too bright and desaturated. With the following dark gray wash, the color turned into a dark tone. In response I did some fading with light gray oil colors on top, which turned the result almost into a winter camouflage. After a couple of more steps including a lot of rust, I gave up and called this build to be finally finished. So lesson learned. Do just one kit at a time. This is the way. Okay, now let's go to the tiger meat. This build was my contribution into the tiger meat group built by Rob's Basic Modeling. The camouflage pattern I did with Patafix masking. For the weathering I used gouache watercolors for the first time and I'm really happy how the weathering turned out. So here is the final result. Unfortunately I didn't mask off the canopy as well as I did the camouflage pattern, but anyway there's always room to improve. The Curtiss P-40 is one of my favorite aircraft and I'm planning to build another one in 1/48 scale this year. My next project takes us to the year 1940 into the Battle of France. This project was a buddy build together with Joachim at Diorama Modelbau and Eni at Eni Blunder. I improved this excellent Tamiya kit with an aftermarket kit by Def Models and some cast texture done by Putty. In addition to the tank, I found a great soldier with bike kit by MB Models. Parallel to the Samua tank and the figures, I also started to work on the diorama base. This time I just did the olive green base color by airbrush. The other colors are applied by brush. Without any pre-shading. Here is the result. I created the post-shading with pastels and I'm very happy with it. However, I should have paid more attention to dust and dirt, I guess. I think the Samua is somehow still too clean. In any case, the bike has pushed me to my limits in terms of model building. I had a lot of fun painting the leather jacket. So that's it, my friends. A big hug and happy modeling. Cheers, Markus.